And here we go. We are going strong all morning. We've been here since 8:30. People are walking by. We can see people take photos. Some people I haven't seen in real life before, and here they are in person. It's awesome. I still have my smoothie from the morning. If you have to grab something, this has been a great, refreshing drink, and it's still going. I think I'm on. It's so thick. I think it's about 20 minutes, and I'm still halfway done with it. So we just continue to bring on some amazing, impactful voices, and I'm excited to welcome in our next guest, Sophia.
So welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. So for those who don't know you and your work, share who you are and the work that you're doing now.
So my name is Sofía De Jesús. I am the Associate Program Manager for CMU CS Academy, which is a curriculum project that comes out of Carnegie Mellon University. And we offer multiple courses, 5 currently, with Python as a programming language. But myself, I've been in education for the last 23 years, most of them in the classroom. And about 2 years ago, I joined the project full time.
So you said been in education for 23 years in the classroom. What was your role in the classrooms?
I've had multiple roles. I taught mathematics initially. And then I started teaching math and computer science, and the last 2 education jobs that I had were building a STEM project, STEAM project in Maryland, and a computational thinking project in Cleveland, Ohio.
So what made you make that transition to leave the classroom, go into this side of the house of designing curriculum? And not that you didn't as a teacher, but now it's your profession.
Right. So I had stepped out of the classroom for 6 years, 2006 through 2012. And I did some curriculum development then, and then I went back to the classroom. But I always stayed doing some of the curriculum development. The thing about CMU CS Academy was that I loved that curriculum. So I was using it myself in my programming classes, and I do a lot of work in diversity, inclusion, and accessibility. And part of what I am very passionate about is making sure that people like me, and I grew up in Puerto Rico, so my first language is Spanish, and I didn't have access to a lot of computer science, for example. I went to an all-girls school, but they taught us sewing and stuff like that. So I wanted to work in something that would make access much more broad. And so this project was starting to release a Spanish version of all the curriculum. So when the opportunity came along, I absolutely was just super excited to be able to join as the lead for the Spanish translation. So part of my work is outreach and doing that Spanish translation and leading the team of students that provide support, because we provide ongoing support to teachers as they use our curriculum. We are not a provider that just gives you the curriculum and says good luck. So we do have a team of undergraduate students that helps us out and does a magnificent job of helping teachers out when they have questions. But that's the piece that was near and dear to me, and the fact that we don't charge, because I always think that while projects do need money to exist, as we do as well, putting a price point on these types of curriculum offerings means that some schools, some districts will not have access. And if they don't have access, then we're just pretty much adding barriers to curriculum for some students.
So you said you went to an all-girls school and, said they taught sewing or different things that were not computer science. How did you get interested in that field?
So mathematics. I am a math geek. One of the things that I like to tell people is school was easy for me, except for mathematics. So mathematics was something that I had to study for. Rather than memorize and be able to just do it in a heartbeat, I had to learn it. And because it was a little tougher, and I did well in math, it's just hard. And so I liked it because it was puzzles that I needed to figure out. And that's very close to programming and computational thinking, where you're just trying to figure out things. So when somebody said, hey, would you like to teach a programming class? I was like, I'll learn it first because I have no idea. For sure. And I fell in love with it to the point where I now have a published book for developers with the programming language Python. So I started teaching one section of an elective in computer science in 2012.
Wow, that's just impressive. And did you say you had a book?
I do. It's called Applied Computational Thinking with Python, and the publisher is Fact Publishing.
Oh, wonderful. So how was that writing that book? How'd that make you feel?
It's good things and bad things. It's stressful, and it was in the middle of the pandemic. I had signed our contract to do the book right before everything closed down. So, as all teachers know, your workload tripled, at least, during the pandemic. And so it was hard because I was also writing a book. That said, an amazing accomplishment. I did end up getting a co-author. Sofía De Jesús helped me with two of the artificial intelligence chapters because I was just exhausted at that point. But we did publish, and we are currently working on the second edition.
Oh, really? And what's the second edition going to be? Just more ideas, more strategies?
Yeah, and some updates. So we are going to update the sections on artificial intelligence, and we are adding a couple of chapters that are more focused on debugging.
Okay. And what is that for people who are listening that don't know what it is?
So that's going to be available.
No, what is debugging? You said debugging.
Oh, debugging. Debugging is like finding all the mistakes of your projects and your programming and your algorithms. So one thing that is important to know is that every time you write a program, you're going to make a mistake. Hardly ever will you write a program, an algorithm correctly the first time. So trying to figure out what you did wrong, that's your debugging process.
Okay. So for those who are looking to pick up the book, here's a copy. Here's a photo of it. Applied Computational. Is that right?
Yep,
Applied
that is right.
Okay, thinking with Python. And let me take your website off there. And so yourself and who's your co-author?
Dayreen Martinez.
And what is her role?
So she is an engineer. So she's a software engineer and works in a lot of artificial intelligence. She's worked for Deloitte and she's worked for others. She's relocated, I think, to Miami recently. But she's just a software engineer that's amazing. And when I was looking for a co-author, I wanted to make sure that it was still another Latina because there's not a lot of us Latinas who have published books, especially in this area.
Okay. So what are you looking to take away from the event?
For here, so networking is amazing. I love meeting new people and making sure, of course, sharing what we do. But it's really great. Yesterday I got to meet Victoria Thompson. She and I have been having a lot of conversations over social media for years. And we had not met in person until yesterday. So we were able to sit down and have a conversation, and seeing people that I've interacted with, but not in real life, has been great. So the networking is probably my favorite part. Also learning new things. So I love going to the sessions and learning about all the initiatives that are out there.
Awesome. So you talk about collaboration, you talk about meeting people and going. What does Stronger Together mean to you?
So Stronger Together to me is how we get things done. One of the important aspects of accessibility, for example, is that a lot of the initiatives don't ever get done because it works in a lab, somebody makes something, but it doesn't get adopted, it doesn't move forward. And the reason for that is because there's no collaboration. If we collaborate, the tools that we have accessible for students and we have available for students are going to be better. Because when we work together, we get to do better. We are not limited by our own capabilities because we have the capabilities of others. So that's what I think is important about, and that's what Stronger Together means to me, is that we can do better if we are networking with other people and including their abilities and their content and their experiences.
Awesome. Well, thank you for stopping down. Thank you for sharing your story. Make sure to follow Sophia at _nerdy_geek. Check out her book, Applied Computational Thinking with Python. Check out her website and all the work you do. So thank you for all the work you do. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of the event.
You too. Thanks so much.